What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the 2 Game Podcast. This is episode number 149. Yes, we are still alive. We are still here. It's been a few months since we have recorded an episode. Life has been busy. Life has been dog shit for with the exclusion of like a 1 week period, which we will talk about in just a second. It's been dog shit since like August, which was our last episode, I believe. But nonetheless, we are here, and we are ready to talk about some fucking video games, guys, because the Game Awards just happened, and I have 4 games that I want to talk about that got revealed during that little showcase. And yeah, other than that, we're going to talk about our playlist, and we're also going to talk about Japan, okay? For those not in the know, we just got back from Japan a few weeks ago. We spent 7 days over there. We went to Tokyo, then we went to Hiroshima, and then Osaka, and then Kyoto, back to Tokyo. So, sorry. Let's talk about our trip, man. Everybody's been asking about it, and I've had so many people ask me about it, and you know, like going back off of what I was just saying a second ago, where life has kind of been just dog shit. I've had a lot of people ask me, and I'm like, I don't really feel like fucking talking about Japan right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we talk about this? I feel like I'm dying right now. Okay, can we talk about this some other time?
I feel like you're throwing my happiness back in my face. That's what I feel like. You're being a dick.
Yeah, guys. So Japan, if you are interested in our vlog series, I basically documented our entire trip with the exclusion of like the last day and a half, which we didn't really do anything of note that last day and a half. You can go to our TikTok, which that link is down in the description below. Go to our TikTok, and I have all those videos right there for your viewing pleasure.
I lived it.
So what did you think about Japan, sir?
Dude, it was fantastic except for the walking. It's kind of been the words I've said to everybody who's asked. Like, I would go back. I would do all of it all over again, except for the walking. The walking sucked. Walking sucked bad.
You know, you can watch all these TikTok videos and YouTube videos on like things you need to do for Japan, things you need to bring with you to Japan.
Nope.
And all of them, I'm not gonna lie, all of them say, hey, bring comfortable shoes that you can slip on and slip off. Okay, guys, listen. I know that you're telling us to do those things, but I don't think you're stressing it enough. Like, that should be numero uno on your fucking list of things to do prior to going to Japan.
Bring 2 pairs of shoes, because you're going to wear out the first one for the few days, and then bring some insoles into those shoes with some cushion.
Yes. We walked, 17, 18 miles a day?
Yeah, the first day was like 30 miles. Because we were all just wandering around looking at shit, because it's Japan, first day. We fucking wandered. We wandered a lot.
We did.
But yeah, it died down. I think it was 20 miles a day, or about right near at our average, except for the first day.
And I don't know if y'all out there that are listening or watching us, I don't know if you know about the tendon that is opposite of your Achilles, the one that is on top of your foot. Mm-hmm. I know that tendon now. I found it.
It's there. It's very present.
Dude, that shit hurts so bad.
I can tell you, my left big toe is still partially numb. Still partially numb.
You know when you get a blister and you don't pop it, and then like that skin's left over and it's all like
the callus.
Yeah, I still have those on my feet.
Yes,
but what's so crazy to me is I vividly remember walking in Kyoto with you, and we're going to the I forget the name of the Shinazaka. I think that's how you say it. And we walked. Like before you go on like a long walk, you're like, I probably shouldn't do this. Like, I'm already hurting,
right? And
then we're like, fuck it, let's go see it.
we
instant regrets.
Instant regrets.
Like, it was so painful that we couldn't even acknowledge the Love Hotel that we saw.
It was still mentioned, but it was not fully incorporated on what we were talking about.
It was like, oh, that's a love hotel. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this hurts.
Oh god, make it stop.
But again, what's so crazy about that specific day is I remember being in so much fucking pain. And then we went to the samurai training class, which was fucking awesome, by the way.
Right.
Loved it. Legitimately one of the top 5 things that I did while I was there. Maybe top 3?
Indeed. I agree with that.
We waited for, 30, 45 minutes before our...
oh, God, yes, we did.
Our little class. And it was like that 30, 45-minute period. I mean, now, granted, I still hurt afterwards, but I could walk somewhat fine after that point. And then it was the next day. I was like instantly better.
Oh, yeah. I definitely felt more energized until I got done with the class and we were walking back. And I was like, oh, this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. That was a long walk. That was a long walk back to the
dude. Place. It was. I don't understand the slut magic behind me being in so much pain beforehand. Do the samurai class, and then it's like, oh, okay. And then the next day being almost 100% healed.
Correct.
Which, granted, it was the last day and a half there. Yeah. I'm like, well, that's fucking fantastic. I mean, I only spent the entire trip hurting.
Right. And we only got our second wind, on the 6th day. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Exactly. So, yeah, guys, bring some shoes if you go. I absolutely loved the trip. Loved it. There are a lot of things that I would do differently. If I had a chance to go back, there's a lot of things that I would do differently. And with it's almost a month since we've been back. It's been 3.5 weeks. It's given me time to reflect on our little journey that we had, okay? I wouldn't go back to Tokyo. If I did, it would be for a day.
Yep.
And that would be me going there and then leaving and going somewhere else.
That would be me going to Akihabara and... Well, no, I wouldn't go back to Shinjuku. I wouldn't go back there. It was kind of boring. But yeah, that would probably be that. What's the other place that we went to?
Shibuya.
Yeah, those two would probably be the only places I'd go in Tokyo.
I feel like I would give Shibuya a little bit more because I mean we were in a little bit of pain then, sir, and it was late at night.
It was.
So I would do Shibuya again just to see the different aspects of it that we didn't. Right. We just kind of rushed through it.
We did.
But that, and then maybe some of the outside areas that we like the south end, which we didn't really touch whatsoever. The south end. So yeah, I'd go back there and do that. Personally, I feel like if you have this inkling to go to Japan, 100% spend it with the culture side of Japan, not necessarily the westernized, touristy side of Japan. Yeah. So like Kyoto was my favorite part of the trip. I loved the scenery. It was a pretty chill aspect of the trip. I would not go back to that little market that we went to. Fuck that, dude.
No, that was
too many fucking people.
Except for the orange juice. The orange juice was there, and it was fantastic.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was fantastic, sir. Nobody was pretty good. Fucking lying ass.
Osaka, I wouldn't go back to where we went. I would go do other things.
I don't know. That anime area was pretty fucking fantastic.
And also, granted, we were hurting then too. So
we were.
Just saying, those do cloud our judgments of those areas.
I mean, I went back. I went back before we left. I was hurting, but I was by myself. I went back. It was definitely worth it going back because I actually got to see some of the stores that I didn't get to go to when we were hurting. I mean, I was still hurting. Don't get me wrong. Don't get twisted. But I was self by myself, so I cried to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be a man about it.
I got it. And then Hiroshima was probably my second favorite part of the trip. Yep. Loved it. Game changer for perspective on life and the World War II and just all that. Just it's weird to say that it was a great time considering the sources and like the material that we were kind of
very
venturing into. Very calming. Very. It's a weird feeling when you go there. It's very heavy.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience. It
It was
would
good
be something
atmosphere.
that
It was really good atmosphere. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the obvious, but the area and the people were really nice from what I witnessed. So
yeah, all Japanese people were pretty nice. Now I will say this: a lot of people said, "Oh yeah, they all speak English and stuff like that." They don't. Okay, they
no,
don't.
they speak some English. They understand some.
Itty
They don't speak
bitty.
it. They don't.
They know enough to charge you for shit.
Oh yeah.
That's about it. But yeah, guys, it was a great fucking trip. I absolutely loved it. I'd go probably north next time. Go back to Kyoto. Honestly, I'd probably go back to Hiroshima and visit that little island. That's that's near it. That's like an hour away. I'd go to that. Yeah, I'd probably eat some different things. I spent too much time in the 7-Elevens, which, by the way,
I warned you about those motherfuckers. I told you those ones were fantastic.
What, the 7-Elevens?
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're good, but it was like, I don't want to spend my entire fucking trip eating out of the fucking 7-Eleven, which was... Now, granted, we were so go that in order to hit all the things that we needed to hit, shout out to that,
Indeed.
We kind of had to eat at 7-Elevens.
Except for Family Marts, we boycotted those.
Yes, so that's what I was going to bring up, okay? Family Mart. I still don't know why I got kicked out of that fucking Family Mart. There's a TikTok video on it, guys, where like as soon as I got kicked out, I did the TikTok video. And I was like FaceTiming with my wife, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm FaceTiming. I got my headphones in, and so it's not like I'm in there just with my on the speaker and being, fucking rude and shit right there, like, right. And this is like 4:00 in the morning. The dude starts talking to me in Japanese, and I'm like, I don't fucking understand a word you're saying, dude. And even if I did, it's 4:00 in the fucking morning. Okay, I can barely understand English at 4:00 in the morning.
That's fair. I can understand that.
And then he takes me outside, and he starts pointing at stuff on the window, on the door. But it's like, y'all know, like when someone starts saying, like they try correcting you on something, they show you where it's at, but they can't find like where it is to show you that you're wrong, and they can't find it.
Yeah,
that was what happened to me. It was like he couldn't find it, but then he was just like, anyways, you can't come in here. So, needless to say, I never went back to I went back one more time to a Family Mart. After that, I boycotted.
It was at the end when we were leaving. It was fantastic. Came full circle.
You gonna kick me out, bitch? I won't come back.
He didn't. He didn't.
If anything, guys, I have morals and beliefs. Okay.
He does, especially when it's being petty.
I'm petty. I'm petty Betty, as they say.
I wanted to bring this up because it has to be said. Japan and their upper floors got some weird ass shit. Say I'm wrong. We saw some fucked up shit that I just don't even know how to even put into words that are even safe for this podcast.
So yeah, there's tons and tons of stores. When I tell you guys that it was almost kind of exhausting going through these stores, it was
stores
a lot of them
inside of stores. It's the best way I can say it.
It was, and you had to like know about these stores in order to find them. They're legitimately hole in the walls at this point. But yes, you would go into these. I don't know if you would even call it a convenience store. It's a little shopping marts or something like that, shopping centers. And they'd have like 6 or 7 floors, and each floor would have different shit. Like one floor would have like statues, another floor would have games, another one would have movies, another one would have like manga. But it would be like
the tippy top.
like safe for work manga.
Right. And then you go up a floor and then not safe for work.
And it's like you go up one more floor. That was the line, It was like you went up one more floor, and that was the shit that was like, guys, I feel weird for being in here.
I feel disgusting. I feel dirty.
But you know, as Americans, we walk onto those floors, and it's just like we're giggling because we've never experienced that over here. We don't have that kind of shit over here.
No.
You know, I mean, we do, but they're like clearly marked like stores.
Yeah, people
Adult
watching
stores
and IDing you and stuff like that. No, this is free reign to go into these places. The statues are just as bad.
The statues and the manga on this floor and the movies on this floor, guys. They're Japanese porn. There's
straight up, just straight out. No, like censorship. No, nothing.
No black cover. Cover.
No plastic wrap. Straight up, loosey goosey.
And they don't care how old the fuck you are if you walk up in there.
Don't. It was creepy as shit.
The statues, man, the most
provocative positions you can think of. Those were statues.
A lot of them were naked, and
fully. Yeah.
Or if they weren't naked, you
could undress them.
Left to be imagined there,
or you could undress them. Either or.
Yeah. And what was funny is actually walking in there and then actually seeing people actually looking for shit in there.
Yeah. We were over here looking at Dragon Ball Z shit and fucking oh god, what the fuck is the other shit we were looking at? I can't even remember now. But we were looking at the simple shit, and these dudes walking around with just big ass boxes of naked statues. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Better yet, I don't want to know. I don't fucking want to know.
So, yeah, that was definitely one of the more interesting aspects of the trip. It's a different culture, man. It's completely different over there.
No hate, just
hey, no kink shame here. Okay, we're not here to judge. Shame here.
But they have everything. I'm not. That's the word. Everything.
We just weren't prepared for it.
We were not. Because me and Nick went up there right before you showed up, and we're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck did we walk into?"
And then you got the maids all on the sidewalks. And guys, I don't. When I say maids, you think like 4 or 5, maybe? No. They are spaced out over the course of like multiple blocks, and they're what, 2 or 3 feet from each other, if that.
Yes, and there's like fucking 30 of them within like a block of each.
Dressed like maids, trying to get you to come into this maid cafe or something like that, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
It was different. It's very different.
But yeah, guys, love Japan. Again, in the description below, we have a link to our TikTok. Click on that link. I have the entire vlog series there. Go check it out. Leave a comment, follow us while you're there. We'd greatly appreciate that. But let's move on, man. Let's move on to our playlist. We haven't done a playlist in months, obviously, because we haven't done an episode in months, right? So
correct.
Typically, I watch a lot of shit. I have narrowed this down to either A, things I have never talked about before on the podcast, or B, things that were so bad or so good. So let's jump into what we've been watching lately. Now, Christian and I haven't really discussed animes that we've been watching recently. I've been watching one, sir. What have you been watching?
I've been watching more than one, sir. Per usual. So I've been finishing Tower of a God that I didn't get to finish on the flight to Japan. From Commonplace to World's Strongest, Season 3 came out. So good. ReZero, I haven't started that one yet. The Season 4 or 3 of that one came out. I'm waiting for that one to get a little more, so I can binge it. Because that's definitely one of those ones you just can't watch episode to episode because there's so many twists and turns in the story. It'll piss you off. Just saying. If you, stop, you have to wait a whole week. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Shangri-La Frontier, Season 2 came out with that.
Have you watched, what is it, Frieren?
Yes, I finished that one too. That was one of the ones I finished.
I've heard that is fucking peak.
It is. The story is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Like it hits you right in the feels.
All the above. It's funny. It has humor. It has like really fucked up humor, like me and you kind of humor, at moments. And then it has like just silly moments like any other anime would. And then they have like your serious epiphany moments. It's just all around good story, perfect story. It was, from what I saw, when they did the anime awards. I sent you that link not too long ago. It was either Frieren or Solo Leveling to win. The GOAT won, but it's not the point. Solo Leveling won, anime of the year. Just saying.
It was fantastic.
I'm not saying anything, it is what it is. But Frieren was
Which
indeed.
Hold on.
You mean this? You mean this one?
Yeah, we did, guys. We did buy some statues at the
Twinsies.
old Japan.
Twinsies.
Look at that shit, dog! Like that shit's hot.
It is hot. I only had to glue it once already.
Yeah, like that shit's falling apart. Oh, and then
no,
I
like
even
the
got
blade
this,
broke when it fell.
Ooh.
I still don't like ring. I still don't like the flame. It looks like poo poo.
It's still hot.
It doesn't look like fire. They gypped you, sir. They gypped you hard.
Like 3. And I got the Tanjiro to go along with them.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me grab mine. Oh, this one's sexy as fuck. I like this one the best. My fucking trunks, fucking SS fucking G. Savage. He's fucking G unit.
G unit.
Where are the other trunks I get? Where did he go? Oh, he's back there. I'm not grabbing him. He's too far back.
Yeah, I might check out that little anime. I've heard a lot of people say it's fucking good.
It's really good. I enjoyed the shit out of it because I finished it. It's all dubbed, so you can watch all of it dubbed.
It's finished.
It's finished. This season's finished. It's when I was watching it, it was still had like 4 or 5 episodes that needed to be dubbed. But it's way. I finished it way back when, so it's definitely finished. Frieren was definitely one of those. It's not top 10, but it's at least top 20 for me.
All time.
All time.
Ooh,
it's good. It's good.
Okay then.
But yeah. But yeah, that's all I've been watching. Really, I haven't really watched anything else.
As far as anime, I'll keep along with it. I ended up finishing Demon Slayer before we went on our trip. I actually did a review for that. Y'all can check that out on our YouTube channel. I reviewed the entire training Hashira training arc. I reviewed that, and I have said it on the podcast before, guys. I've said that arc is my least favorite of the manga. It was so difficult to get through that fucking section of the manga. But I gotta say the actual anime of that arc was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. There was not a moment where I was like, man, I gotta watch the next episode. It was like it finished. I was like, I'll watch another.
They definitely made it so much better on the anime than they did in the manga. God, it was so boring.
One thing I wish they would have done, and I was expecting it, because what was it? Is it 10 episodes or was it 8 episodes?
I think it's 10.
10? I thought they were going to spend at least like an episode per Hashira, so we can kind of like expand on them a little bit before we hit like, the back half of fucking Demon Slayer, the legit shit going on.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. They split up like an episode with like 2 Hashira, and like half of them got like 5 minutes and another one got like a whole episode, and it was just uneven. And that was like my biggest issue with the anime season. I wanted more of it. I wanted them. I think the pacing was just off. I think they should have dimmied it up an episode per Hashira and done that. But it was fine. It was fine. Nothing close to like Garlic Junior Saga or anything like that. So it's watchable, and it was good.
It's watchable.
The one anime right now that I'm watching every single week, I have not watched this episode that came out yesterday, Thursday. Dandadan.
Oh, yes, that's a good one too.
Bro.
I told you.
I fucking love the fuck out of
I
this show.
literally mentioned this fucking show in Japan, and he's like, "Oh, you don't even know the fucking name of it." Blah, blah, blah. And now he fucking watching the shit out of it. Fuck the dude.
No, that's not the fucking full story. Fuck you.
It's the story that's important.
You showed us something, and you're like, "Oh, that's the anime that everybody it's like really big,
It was
and
viral right now.
It's so popular." I'm like, "Well, what's the fucking name of it?" Well, I don't know the name of it.
I don't remember. I thought it was something fucking extraordinarily fucking long, like it normally fucking is. Say I'm fucking wrong.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, it must be so popular that you fucking don't know the name of it."
Dickbag.
But I'm sitting there at the we're at the terminal waiting for our plane to come back home, and I'm like, all right, man, a lot of people have said great things about this show. I don't really know anything about it. I'm just gonna jump into it. And I remember this is gonna be a spoiler alert for the show, kinda.
It's first episode, dude. It's first episode.
I mean, it's technically not a spoiler, but like I feel like I would have viewed the show differently if I'd went into it knowing this. Because as far as like expectations go, so skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to listen to this. It's not like anything big for story purposes or anything like that. It's just kind of like I would have preferred not to know this, and it was great for me not knowing it going into it. But I was not expecting it to be involving like aliens stealing the dude's balls and wiener. We want your banana. And as soon as that fucking happened, dude, like I'm like a fucking 12-year-old boy, dude. I was laughing my ass off.
He was literally in the terminal giggling like a schoolgirl.
This dude said he wanted his banana. But on another note, okay, the humor in this show really, really good. It's basically the guy protagonist believes in aliens. The girl protagonist believes in spirits, and they don't believe in the opposite. So she doesn't believe in aliens. He doesn't believe in spirits. So somehow they come together. She's kind of popular. He's not. He's the nerd that nobody talks to. And then it's like a romance kind of going on there, which I will say this. There's a lot of action in this show, whether they're fighting spirits or fighting aliens, stuff like that. I will say this. My favorite parts of the show is when there is no action involved. When it's just the character moments. Like, it's funny, heartfelt, hits you right in the feels, and like the relationships between the two protagonists, and then they throw in some other characters to kind of fuck with that. Yeah, Meemaw. And it's so good. So good. I can't remember the last anime that I watched like one episode and I was like, I'm fucking watching this all the way through. And it is being dubbed and subbed at the same time on Netflix, which is fucking fantastic.
Indeed.
I don't have to wait like 2 weeks to watch this week's episode, that everybody else is watching. I can watch it dubbed whenever I want to, which the dub is pretty good. But that's where I've been watching it, guys. I've been watching it on Netflix, and the dub comes out the same day as the sub every Thursday. There's one more episode comes out next week, I want to say. I will do a full review, and Christian can join me if he wants, for season 1. I really do enjoy Dandadan. And also, it needs to be said, the intro to this show, sir. Bro, at first I was like, this is kind of fucking annoying. And then you're like, dun, 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 dun. And you're like, God damn it. Yeah, dude, it's groovy as fuck, bruh.
It's never going to take over fucking Fire Force's fucking shit. But
no. Which I was thinking about doing a top 10 intro episode. I don't know. Thinking about that. But it won't come close to like Sword Art Online or Fire Force or even.
I don't know. Sword Art Online fucking abridged Sword Art Online's fucking intro. It's fantastic.
I still haven't watched that.
You need to, bro. As many times as you watch fucking Sword Art Online, you should watch the abridged. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Like, you would love every bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, seriously. Like, if you think that you enjoy the jokes on the Dandadan, you'll love the abridged version of Sword Art.
Ooh.
I'm not even joking. Not even joking.
This is on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I think it's finished. I think season 1's finished.
Oh shit! I may have to partake, sir. I keep forgetting about it. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna have to send you a link and just let you fucking
you will. You'll have to do that because otherwise I'll forget.
Let's fucking do.
But yeah, guys, Dandadan, fucking incredible. The intro is chef's fucking kiss. It's so fucking good. Love the show. Thinking about even reading the manga, but I'm a little busy with some other things that I got on the pipeline there, guys. I don't want to announce anything yet, but yeah. Just know I have 2 series in the works. Probably starting in 2025. It's a book versus movies series, a specific franchise. So I'm reading the book and then watching the movie and
I know what it is.
Do you?
I have a guess, but I'm not gonna say it on here. We'll say it later. I don't want to
say
ruin
what it is.
I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin
face.
it.
Look,
poker
face.
Fucking
poker face. Poker face. What is it?
Is it Lord of the Rings?
No, we already did that.
Oh. And book to fucking movie?
Yep. Well, I mean, Creston and Hold on. Creston and Nick did the book to the movie aspect. I just sat there and just jerked off to the fucking movie the entire time.
Oh God, I can't with you.
But no, it is not Lord of the Rings. But I also have another series that I'm doing, and it is manga versus anime.
Oh.
I don't want to throw anything out there, but I'm sure you can kind of guess by these numbers. One of the best animes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Should be about. I'm doing a season, so I think the one season has like 8 volumes for that season. So there's gonna be about 7 episodes between movies and seasons. So I don't want to announce anything just yet. I want to tease the tip a little bit. But that'll be soon. I am through the first volume and the first couple of episodes. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that, guys.
Be on the lookout for it.
Today I watched Heretic, which has Hugh Grant. That review will be up at some point next week. So I'll say kind of my thoughts for that. But pretty good movie. But I feel like it is going to be different for everybody. I feel like you're either going to like it or you're not, kind of thing.
Right.
Now I put this one on here, sir, because I felt like you would appreciate this. Mm-hmm. Subservience. Have you heard about this movie?
The Megan Fox one?
Yes.
Sir, don't fucking play games with me. Yes, I've seen some things. I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen some things, and I enjoyed it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's not in terms of like, oh, it's gonna be like one of the best movies of all time. Like, it definitely has its issues, but it is a good watch. Okay, I would just, that's all I'll say about it. It is a good watch.
I haven't seen the thing, sir. It's fantastic. He's newly single.
There's a sex scene in it, sir, and
I know.
I mean, it doesn't show anything. It doesn't show anything.
You don't have to tell me, sir. I know things.
But yeah, go check that out, guys. Trap. I saw that while we were flying back from Japan. Solid movie. I mean, typical M. Night Shyamalan ding dong movie. Then I saw The Shining a couple months ago. So if you followed our horror in review series at any point since we've been doing podcasts, The Shining was one of those movies I'm like, I mean, I can see why people love it, but it's just not for me. I ended up rewatching it before we went to Japan. Fucking loved it. And that's why I have a 2-watch rule for everything. Most of the time, if I feel like it's not for me, I'll watch it a second time, and I'll usually fall in love with it. And The Shining, fucking loved it. As far as the last 2 things I want to mention, I did a review series on The Penguin, which, have you finished that, sure?
No, I haven't started it yet. But I need to.
Brush, it's so good.
I need to.
So
I have a lot of things I have to watch, but I watch other things. Like I want to watch the samurai one from Kyoto. That one, you know what I'm talking about?
Shogun.
Shogun. There you go. I need to watch that too.
Bro, Shogun, then The Penguin. Shogun is fucking phenomenal.
I need to.
For a show that like doesn't have like an enormous amount of action in it, which you thought it might have. It doesn't have a ton of action, but the characters are so fucking good.
Mm-hmm. I need to. I have other things. Like you, with video games. I have other things.
But The Penguin was really, really great. It's not like the Marvel TV shows. It's not like the fucking spinoffs from Sony with the Spider-Man villains. No, this stuff is actually pretty good. Highly recommend watching The Penguin. You can also follow along with me. I did every single episode. All of those are live and ready for your viewing pleasure on our YouTube channel.
Oh, a lot.
Then I started watching Skeleton Crew this past week. I got to watch episode 3. Dude, maybe because I lowered my expectations from the Acolyte. Maybe I just expected this to be absolute dog shit. It's not. It's pretty decent. Pretty good.
For now.
Having fun with it.
For now.
For now.
Give it a minute.
Fool me once. Shame on you. I'm still kind of going in with like, okay, like, you know, like you've seen like abused dogs before.
You're going in with a fucking.
This is me walking in. When am I going to get hit with it?
When's the stupidity going to hit me? Please tell me. I don't want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew. Pretty good, guys. Go check that out as well. But let's jump into some of the games that we've been playing over the last couple months. Christian definitely has a much bigger list than I do. I played no shit. Okay. Our last episode was what, in August?
Yep.
I've been playing college football 25 a lot.
Yep.
A lot.
You have. You have.
That was the only game that I played in August up until today when I started Resident Evil 4.
Oh. The remake? Which,
Ooh. By the way, guys, Patreon voted for a game review for Resident Evil 4. That review should be out the very beginning of January, hopefully. So be on the lookout for that as well. But what have you been playing, sir?
So I played Legend of Zelda, the Wisdom, whatever the fuck it's called.
Echoes of Wisdom?
There you go. That's the one. I liked the premise. I hated the fact that you only really needed like 5 shades. Shades is people that you defeated and you get their echoes. There's only like 5 echoes that you constantly use.
Mm-hmm.
And I could beat the game with just 5.
Oh, there's like little power-ups?
No, so echoes say you killed a blob or a fucking slime, you get his echo. So you can throw out another slime. Use them to attack. Because Zelda can't attack shit. Because she is a big old bitch. She has a spin move, but it does nothing. Does nothing.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's fucking quite taxing. Literally can spam shit like you can find water. You can use water. You can stack that bitch and climb as high as you want. As long as you have the number of things to use it. So I literally jumped on top of trees and fucking fast traveled the map instead of going all the way around like you're supposed to. Yeah. The story's good. I don't like the fact that you don't only get to play as Link in the very beginning, and it's literally like a minute or 2. That's it. Everything else is Zelda. So the quests, the side quests are boring.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what they marketed it as. It was just strictly Zelda, so.
Yeah, I agree, but still.
Zelda is the boy, right?
I hate you. I fucking hate you so much. If I reach through here, I would strike you. But no, it was. I like the premise. I don't like how it was executed. And I definitely don't like how you have to fucking go through the whole list of echoes to use if you use some other ones. So you have to go through the whole fucking list to find it. And
That's dumb.
There's no oh, I use this one a lot. I use this one a lot. Not quick slots. No, none of that. You have to fucking go through it. You take damage so bad, like you die quickly. Like you take a hit, it's like fucking 4 or 5 hearts. Versus Link's, 1 heart, half a heart. No, Zelda gets bitched down by fucking people.
I don't know, man. Link got his ass whooped in fucking Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. That dude get hit one little fucking sword, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta fucking run away and heal up now.
That's like the whole game. The whole game is fucking Zelda getting her ass whipped. Literally. I don't know how many times I fell off fucking holes and just died. Like fuck. I always love playing games for like the first time, and you have that little. Now, this is coming from a guy that plays Dark Souls, so if you fall off, you're gonna take fall damage and you're gonna die, right? Yep. So I always love that anticipation of, okay, am I gonna sustain fall damage? And I gotta know, okay? I gotta know for future reference, and I'll just jump off. And then when I die, I'm like, oh fuck, I guess I should have done that. Yeah, it is what it is. Half the time, you don't even take fall damage in this one. It was rare. It depends if you got hit. I mean, if you got touched by some enemy before you fell, I don't know. It's some fucking ass backwards bullshit. But it was a decent game. I probably would not replay it. Unless they came out with like a DLC of like Link's version of it, because it literally is a 180 of a regular Zelda game,
like Echoes of Strength or Echoes of Courage or some shit.
Yeah, like it's literally
Echoes of the
think
Force.
of a regular Zelda game. Think of a regular Zelda game, but instead of Link being the main character, it's Zelda, and that's really what they did. They just switched the characters. You just saving instead of Mario saving Peach, it's Peach saving Mario. Basically.
I'm curious to know if they're using that as kind of like a gauge of, okay, people have said they want to play a Zelda in these games. Let's test it out before we put them in like a big game. I wonder if has anything to do with it. I
don't know, but it was quite. They could have done it better. Because they could have been like, because she could change costumes between like her hidden, like she's wearing a cloak and nobody can recognize her because she's wearing a cloak, versus her travel attire. Like, where's Sheik?
Mm-hmm.
Sheik's a badass. Why can't we have that? She can attack people.
Sheik is a badass.
Motherfuckers. Like, shit. Impa's there. She could have taught her. Same. Fucking, I found holes in your fucking story, sir. Holes in your story. But then I also played the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita Rewind.
Ooh.
I've beaten that.
I was thinking about buying it for my kids for Christmas.
It would definitely be a fun thing for your kids. It's very short story. Very straightforward arcade side scroller attack.
It doesn't seem as fat. It doesn't seem as fast paced at like the action and the combat as Shredder's Revenge.
Yes and no. So the mini games when you're join as the Zords, because you can pilot the Zords by yourself. So the mini games are fantastic, sir. They're hard as fuck. They're fantastic. I ran around because I played the Raid Ranger. I was running around as a dinosaur. Dinosaur. So yeah, I was just shooting shit. Jumping around, dodging. Missiles and shit like that. Mini games is where it's at. Definitely. They did really well on that. And then when you become the Megazord, you actually get to punch the monsters in the face.
Ooh.
And you can dodge, back and forth and dodge in their attacks. And you get closer and you punch them in the face. And then at the end, you slash them with your sword.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. My favorite fight probably so far is Dragon Zord and the Green Ranger. Oh, that fight is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I've seen some clips, man. It looks good, especially the little rewind feature. It's like,
oh, dude, that's a pain.
What triggers that?
So they have disruptor crystals that like the putties carry, and you have so long to destroy it, or you rewind like 5 seconds back. So if you're getting your ass whipped, or you're whipping their ass, you rewind to a certain point, and you could be getting your ass whipped again, or you have to remember to dodge, or this and that. But you also get to a point where if you're already getting your ass whipped, you can use it to rewind and then restart that fight.
Okay.
So
it kind of works both ways.
Yeah. So it's just double-edged sword. I like the feature. It does come hindrance if I'm like trying to attack a putty and it's in the way, and I'm like about to finish that last putty, and here we go again. All 7 putties are back. it's a bit of a dick. But yeah.
Shredder's Revenge or Power Rangers?
I would probably go Shredder's Revenge. Because of the story.
That shit was so good.
The Shredder's Revenge is longer than fucking Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost double.
Oh,
I think there's like 12, maybe 14 fucking spots. That's it.
Oh, damn. That is short.
Yeah. It was I was like, are we we're finished? Like you literally fight.
Shout out.
You literally fight the Green Ranger. And then you go to Rita. And that's it. It's done.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it was I think you fight 4 main bosses. I think it is. And then you fight other mini bosses that don't grow. Because I thought, maybe they all grow. You fight like the skeleton. You fight the eyeball dude. You fight a bunch of those.
Goldar?
But they don't ever. Goldar you do fight. That's the first villain you fight. He actually grows. Shout out. I think you fight Goldar, you fight the eye dude, and then you fight the Dragon Zord. I think there's only 3 big monsters you fight. And the rest are like they have the train. The train one's really fun. And then the motorcycle is really fun, but it's really quick. Because if you know what you're doing and you're objective focused, you'll finish that in 2 minutes. Quick.
Shout out.
So, there's that.
Man, I love Shredder's Revenge. It's had me pretty excited for this Power Rangers game. Although, what is it, $35?
Yep, it was.
Bro, let's back the fuck up. Let's not get crazy here. $35 for that motherfucking game?
Yep, sure was.
Damn. Should be like $20.
Should be like $20. Should be 15, in my opinion. But they have bonus modes. I haven't played the bonus modes yet, but they do have bonus modes added. I just haven't looked at it yet.
That's like the one thing holding me back from buying it. I'm like, $35, man. $35 buy-in for this shit? God.
But
fuck.
you can get the pull off all the controllers and play like 4 people, I think it is. Something like that.
You playing on your Switch or you playing on PlayStation?
Switch.
Yeah, I was like
buying it on my PlayStation.
I was debating. I was like, do I want to play this on my PlayStation or I want to play it on my Switch?
I've played it on my Switch. It was just easier that way. Graphics are still good on the Switch, so it's just what it is.
Yeah. I didn't doubt it from the perspective of graphics. It was more so of, I guess it would be easier to play, way more convenient to the Switch, because those types of arcade games are just better on the Switch.
Yep, definitely. That's what I was thinking.
But what else you been playing, sir?
That's it. Well, that and DayZ, but that's normal.
Yeah, right.
It's like you in the college football. Fuck you.
Dude, I've been playing the shit out of college football. I have like almost 100 hours in that fucking game.
I'm not even gonna tell you how many hours I have in fucking DayZ.
I'll just get on there.
I think 1400.
I'll play a full game real quick, and I'm like, okay, time for bed.
Time for bed. SCP.
All right, let's recap some of our favorite moments from the Game Awards show. By the way, Astrobot won Game of the Year. Yeah, I'm not gonna shit over the game. Seems kind of silly. It seems kind of silly that it won Game of the Year, but
whatever.
A little silly that it won Game of the Year. But I didn't have a dog in the race, so I didn't really give a shit regardless who won.
No, I didn't either.
All right, so I got 4 games that I want to mention, and I'll just talk about the one that I don't have as many thoughts and opinions on, because they didn't really show us a lot of different things here, and that was Slay the Spire 2. Have you ever played the first one?
Nope.
Oh, so good. Do you like deck building roguelikes?
No.
No. Okay. Well, This is a deck building roguelike, and it is such a good game. The first one. Have it for the Switch. That is like, and I think I also have it for my PlayStation as well. I bought it for both. That's how much I love the game. Really, really fucking great deck building roguelike game. And when I heard that they were coming out with a sequel, I was like, ooh, okay. But I'm a little, I guess, surprised by it. I thought they would go more like the Dead Cells route, where they just add on extra content to the base game. That probably would have been better.
Right.
Just do DLC, because Dead Cells is not going to make a Dead Cells 2. They're not. They've come out and said they've done all the DLC that they want to do for that game, and that's it. So I'm kind of surprised that they're doing a sequel to Slay the Spire, but I'm not mad at it. And it looks like just more of the same shit. We're getting some different class characters here. It looks like they had question marks on one where they didn't even announce it. So very intrigued by this game. Early access in 2025. So if you are a deck building kind of person, then go check out the first game. And then what was the other one? Slay the Spire, and then Monster Train. Monster Train was a really fucking good deck building game. So go check out both of those. We've talked about those in the past. Like I don't know, like within the first 50 episodes of the podcast, like long time ago, we talked about both of those games. The one game that you mentioned before we started recording, sir, Elden Ring Nightreign. I have not played the DLC for Elden Ring yet. I've been waiting for to fucking have time to do it, and I won't have time for it. But they are doing a standalone co-op spinoff set in a parallel universe to the base game. You can team up with 3 friends or play by yourself. You can't play with 2 friends. Like, you can't play you and one other friend. It has to be yourself or 2 others plus you. And a condensed map of Limgrave. This is not, and I repeat, not a live service game. The game that you get is the game that you get when you get it. You get what you get and don't throw a fit. Sure. So what did you think? You said you were excited about this game. Let me know. Tell me why you're excited about this game, sir.
It is literally the Battle Royale. The map changes every time you load in.
Roguelike features.
Roguelike features. You start at level 1 every time you go in. And you got to find weapons. You got to find skills. You got to do all that shit. And then you fight bosses together throughout, while staying inside the circle that would kill you outside. Literally fantastic.
It sounds great. A lot of people have been speculating that this is kind of like if you've noticed, a lot of From Software games, they will incorporate a mechanic or something along those lines in one game, and it's more of a test for a future game that they do, and then they'll expand on it. A lot of people are thinking that future games are going to be more along this line where you can just join up, whereas it's not a pain in the ass like summons and whatnot in like the base game. So that's a speculation,
right? And they have different characters. Like they all have different. They actually have special abilities now, which is fantastic. And they have a flight, like a glide feature now instead of the horsey.
The Nameless King was on there. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Did I beat him in Dark Souls 3?
Yes, we did beat him together. Oh no, I was gonna say we beat him together.
No, this is in Dark Souls 3. Nameless King was like the last boss in Dark Souls 3.
No. Fuck that dude.
He was kind of like the Melania of Dark Souls 3. Like, the dude was fucking tough.
Yeah.
I don't think I beat him. I can't remember. But anyways, he was in the fucking trailer, and I'm like, fuck that shit. that dude will wipe his ass with you.
I bet he will. But I'll try. I'll try killing him.
Yeah, I'll try. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to say no to more Elden Ring. I'm not going to say no to more From Software, especially set in this universe where it's kind of a different style game. Especially the thing that really intrigues me about it, the roguelike aspects. You go do your run, and if you die, you get bonuses that you can use for future runs, and you just get better. You get stronger and stronger that way. And I didn't know that's what I needed in the Dark Souls world, but here we are. And I'm okay with it.
Fair.
So yeah, Elden Ring, Nightreign, they're expecting that to come out at some point next year. Eventually I'll play the DLC, which I don't have it with me right now, but I got the strategy guide for the DLC. So I now have the complete collection. I have the 2 volumes for the base game and then the fucking DLC strategy guide. Dude, perfect. And then plus fucking Melania right there. Dude, it's the fucking Trinity, okay? The Trinity.
Oh god, I can't.
The other game that intrigued me, but I'm also kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about it. It's piqued my interest. Intergalactic, the Heretic project from Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog makes some good games.
Do what?
It makes good games.
Look. What I saw, I'm like, okay, it piqued my interest a little bit. I don't know how excited I want to be for this, but let's be completely honest here. Do they make bad games? They don't.
They don't. They make children get punched in the fucking garages.
What star? Still, to this day, the
Classic.
best moment I have seen in the 4.5 years that we've been doing the podcast. The best video game moment.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I remember playing that and going,
oh shit! Can I rewatch that? I want to rewatch that. Can I die?
You just got fucking deboed.
Oh god, it was fantastic.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Oh.
So yeah, they don't make bad games. But it's interesting because now this is kind of like their first shot into kind of like a sci-fi genre. It's a brand new IP. They've been developing it since 2020. You play as a dangerous bounty hunter who ends up stranded on like this distant planet whose communications have gone dark hundreds of years ago with the outside universe. So she's like tracking what's that dude's name? Fuck. He was in I forget his name. He was in the Eternals, one of those guys. And the character looks just fucking like him. But she's after him, apparently, in this. So, I'm curious. It's piqued my my interest in it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not interested in like sci-fi games like this, but most of the time I get turned off by these games. I don't know. I don't know why. Most of the time I feel like they
overhype it.
It feels like they have like they're too big for their britches kind of thing. Like it's very like they try to do too much and then it ends up being not enough and they end up like not doing anything good. Like Starfield, you know, kind of like that.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, that's what I think about.
So overhyped. That
so that's what
was it. Athens or what was it? Fucking
Anthem.
Yeah, that was fucking overhyped too.
So like games like that, I'm like I want this to be good, but the track record of games like this being good are not very high.
It's very slim to pour.
What did you think about the game, sir?
I
The
don't know.
cinematic.
I enjoyed it to an extent, but then I don't know, man. They make good games, so I'm kind of leaning more so on that because they haven't really. I'm not saying they haven't made a bad game. I'm not saying they haven't made perfect games, but their track record is positive. That's all I can say.
It is.
So I have to wait for more gameplay before I can, give that final verdict.
When she got that sword, she jumped off that little rock and fucking. Ooh, I was like,
Right.
that was where my interest
The Doom
really came from.
reminded me of Doom real quick.
It did.
I was like, ooh.
I thought the glowing red eyes was kind of stupid. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I feel like we see that in too many games.
Yeah, everybody's got glowing eyes now.
But the creme de la creme. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The highlight of this showcase, personally speaking, The Witcher 4 got announced.
Saw that.
Sir.
I saw the main protagonist is going to be too.
Ciri is going to be the main protagonist, and it's still a single-player, open-world RPG. The cinematic trailer is like 6.5 minutes, 7 minutes long, some shit like that. And look, it for better or for worse, it looks a lot like the Witcher 3. Okay?
Yep.
And for better or for worse. I mean, you either love The Witcher 3 or you don't like it. I love The Witcher 3. Still haven't finished it because that game is fucking endless to me.
Indeed.
But if we get more of the same with that, I will not be upset by it by any means.
No.
It does seem like they're going to continue the trend of your choices matter. And I think that is the absolute best way to go because I think she stops the ritual and then the girl ends up dying in the trailer because she stopped it. So I'm perfectly okay with that. And I want to say that little boss battle that they showed in the trailer happened in season 2 of the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say that similar monster showed up in season 2.
Maybe they just did it because, of the show. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not mad at it, regardless.
No, of course not.
I am completely okay with Ciri being the protagonist for The Witcher.
Yeah, but there's something about Geralt that, he's sexy. I'm just saying.
He is sexy. I do like her little her armor, her outfit.
Yeah.
That thing looks fucking nice.
It does.
So they have not announced a release date for this. I'm assuming, okay, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. It does not come out in 2025. It does not.
If it does, it's going to come out Christmas time.
Yeah. I'm thinking this, if at the earliest, I don't think this game comes out until maybe the summer of 2026. But if I had to bet money on it, it would be the holiday season of 2026.
Yeah,
if we're lucky.
That's what I'd bet money on.
If we're lucky.
I would bet money on that.
Because I want to say they just went into production on this game, so still 2 years might be too early. It might be 2027.
Yeah, as much shit as they put in those games. Yeah.
And they've come out and said that they're not going to do a Cyberpunk 2077 launch where they just release the game and it's not even fucking finished. They said they're going to let it cook and let it cook, guys. Okay,
Indeed.
Let that shit cook. Don't give it to me until it's fucking done.
They learn their lessons. Hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully. Jinx, show me coke.
Indeed. Dick.
But was there any other games from the show that you...
Borderlands 4. Dude, I have played every one of those. And it is something that me and my buddies would play. So it's more nostalgic than it is anything else.
How was the movie, by the way?
Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. It helped me go to sleep. Couldn't go to sleep on the fucking plane. But I just watched that movie, and it did. I went to sleep real quick. Woke up to explosions, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It doesn't matter.
Explosions on the movie, because there was thankfully, there was no explosions on the airplane.
Indeed.
There was just the fucking meow, and that was it.
Oh God, fucking cat.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played Borderlands. That's not a game that fucking strikes my fancy, piques my interest, anything like that. So
It's more the dialogue than anything else.
Yeah,
dialogue's fantastic, especially if they have Tiny Tina in it. Tiny Tina is fucking fantastic. Perfect.
Apparently, she sucked in the movie.
Like, Tiny Tina is fucking crazy. Like, fucking legit nuts. Yeah, no, nobody even in the movie. Like she was like, she had her moments of sanity, and I'm like, that's not Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina is full blown cray.
She's cray. Look, I don't even play the games. I know she's crazy.
She's fucking insane. She'll blow you up while giggling. Just saying.
Fair enough.
I've seen it.
So y'all let us know down in the comments below of what game you are most excited for that got revealed at the Game Awards shows, and then let us know what your game of the year is. But let's go ahead and conclude this episode. Let's wrap it up with our weekly recommendation. We haven't done this in a while, guys. Christian, what are you going to recommend to the fine people out there?
I'm going to recommend from World's Strongest to whatchamacallit, from Commonplace to World's Strongest, Season 3. So good. You should watch it. It's, like, the whole series is good. But you get more in depth in Season 3. Season 1's good. Season 2, it has its moments. And then it hits you in the feels. And then Season 3 is just up from there.
Ascension.
Indeed.
I'm going to recommend Dandadan.
Indeed.
I think that show is just absolutely fantastic. Like I said earlier, it's got the heartfelt moments, and that's really what I go to it for. I don't go to it, honestly. The combat, the action aspect of it, I don't want to say it bores me, but when it happens, I'm just like, can we get back to the characters? Because I would really just like
Frieren. You would love Frieren then if you're all about them characters the whole time.
Oh. Yeah, I might have to start that, sir. I might have to start it.
Yes, you do.
All right, guys. Well, let us know down in the comments below of, again, what was your favorite games revealed from the Game Awards shows. Let us know what you've been playing here recently. And we will catch y'all next time on the big 150. 150. 350. But that's going to be it from us, guys. And we will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.